call this meeting to order. Sholdra.
Bill.
Yes.
I have a copy of the email that you sent.
I know you do
me.
that because I sent it to you.
Just a minute. You agree you sent it to me.
Yes.
In it, you're threatening and slandering me.
No. Oh, no, I'm not. I am very careful.
That's what my legal advice is.
I am very careful about that, but what I will do is I will communicate what your vote is to your communities.
I don't care about that.
Okay, let's
That's
not
not what I
point
was
fingers at
elected
one another.
for.
Let's try and calm down here. Just answer the questions.
I'm trying to say I have a copy. I have been verbally attacked, and I have been attacked in writing. I know if your group was a bona fide registered not-for-profit group, you should be able to list your executive address and phone numbers and the number of members that are signed up. You did not do that. You did not fill out the application for $25,000 of taxpayers' money to promote a political end. And therefore, you don't deserve it.
Well,
and
Mary Ann, questions, please.
the questions is, where are you going to go from here, Bill, when the vote comes down? And that's the only question I have.
where are we going to go from here? Well, we're not going to ease up, for sure. We're not going to ease up because the general vote is not democratic. It's not being used in any city without political parties across the country, the size of Oshawa. The next largest size city in Ontario that uses the general vote is Niagara Falls, of about 50,000, a third the size of Oshawa. The Ministry of Municipal Affairs suggests about 20,000 is about the outside number for the use of the general vote. Yet we have one councillor here who said one of the reasons for changing to the general vote was because Oshawa was just getting too large for ward voting. Now, what kind of misinformation is that?
That's not answering my question, Mr. Chair.
What is your question? Try the question again, and perhaps.
She has no further questions. Councillor Brian Nicholson. Councillor Brian Nicholson.
I'm not getting into the cross debate. I'm sure we all are going to have an equal opportunity to debate this later in the evening.
Sure.
I just want to ask a couple of questions. When you sent your correspondence to the members of the public and to the media and to council, was it your intent at any time to threaten anyone?
No. All I do, Councillor Nicholson, is provide information. And, you know, councillors are public figures, and the public has the right to know how you vote. And that's all I do.
Okay. When you sent these communications to members of council, was it your intent to coerce one into doing anything?
I'm certainly lobbying for councillors to change their vote on this issue. This is the most important issue that has the effect of either hurting or helping Oshawa's future. It's that important. And it's that important to every Oshawa resident. And there is no academic that would, in the country, that would say that what you're doing in a city of 160,000, moving to the general vote, has any merit whatsoever. It has no merit. And therefore, it's a dangerous thing for Oshawa to do. In the past, when we had the general vote, we had 7 councils of general vote, and not one councillor over those 7 elections of 109 seats, not one councillor was defeated by the vote. The vote did not make a difference. All of the change in those councils took place through death or resignation. And when somebody died or resigned, then somebody would come in to take the place. So the vote was not a real vote. It was like the vote in Russia or China or whatever you want. It wasn't a real vote. And
it was.
You know, if the vote has no power to determine your political leadership, and that's Oshawa's history, if that's Oshawa's history, the vote has no power, it's not a real vote.
The real power, Mr. Longworth, was the referendum and the people
with the
delivered
kind of
a decision.
question that confused 4 members of council.
And Mr. Longworth, we had 2 public meetings on this matter. Where were you? You had plenty of notice.
Two people were at one, Mr. Mayor.
That's right.
I wasn't aware of it.
Mr. Chairman,
I might have been. I work around the world, so I might have been.
I know I'm anticipating your next question, but we had it on our council agenda. We had public meetings on it. It was advertised as such.
How can you anticipate my next question? Well, I have no next question.
Well, that's what you're about to ask. How I asserted that there was 2 public meetings.
Are we going to debate?
It's a matter of the minutes.
Are we going to debate the delegation? Because if that's a new pattern that we're establishing, then we should amend our rules to allow for cross-debate on all delegations, because you made a very strong statement to our council, which we followed, that we should show respect for delegations whether we agree with them or not.
We do.
And not get into cross-debate with them. And I would hope that we would all follow that.
I would hope so.
Thank you.
Are you finished? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Longworth.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Council. Your vote is the most important vote.
Mr. Longworth, you're finished. Thanks. Thank you.